In the quaint town of Willowbrook, whispers filled the air as rumors spread like wildfire. The old mansion at the end of Maple Street, long abandoned, was showing signs of life once again. The townsfolk couldn't believe it. For years, the mansion stood as a relic of the past, its windows boarded up, its gardens overrun with weeds. But now, lights flickered in the windows, and the sound of footsteps echoed through its halls. Ruth Simmons, a lifelong resident of Willowbrook, couldn't resist her curiosity. She had always been intrigued by the mansion, its history shrouded in mystery and tales of ghosts. With a sense of adventure tingling in her veins, she decided to investigate. As she approached the mansion's towering gates, she noticed a figure standing on the front steps. It was an elderly man, dressed in a finely tailored suit, his silver hair gleaming in the moonlight. Ruth hesitated for a moment before summoning the courage to approach him. "Excuse me," she called out, her voice wavering slightly. "Are you the one who's moved into the old mansion?" The man turned to face her, his eyes piercing yet kind. "Indeed I am," he replied with a warm smile. "My name is Alexander Montgomery. And you are?" "I'm Ruth Simmons," she answered, feeling a sense of relief wash over her. "What brings you to Willowbrook, Mr. Montgomery?" Alexander's smile widened as he gestured toward the mansion behind him. "I've come back to reclaim my family's legacy," he explained. "This mansion has been in my family for generations, and it's time to breathe new life into it." Ruth's curiosity deepened as Alexander invited her inside the mansion. As they wandered through its grand halls, he shared stories of its past glory and his plans for its restoration. Ruth found herself captivated by his passion and determination. Days turned into weeks, and the mansion began to transform before the eyes of the townsfolk. Gardens bloomed with vibrant flowers, windows sparkled in the sunlight, and laughter filled the air once again. Alexander's presence breathed new life into Willowbrook, and Ruth couldn't help but admire him for it. But as the days passed, Ruth noticed a sadness lingering in Alexander's eyes. Sensing his turmoil, she confronted him one evening as they sat in the mansion's library, surrounded by the warmth of a crackling fire. "What troubles you, Alexander?" she asked softly, placing a reassuring hand on his arm. Alexander sighed heavily, his gaze fixed on the dancing flames. "I've spent so long trying to rebuild this mansion, but I can't shake the feeling that something is missing," he confessed. "Despite all its grandeur, it feels empty without my family here." Ruth's heart went out to Alexander as she listened to his words. Without hesitation, she made a decision that would change both of their lives forever. "Then let's bring your family back," she said with unwavering determination. "Let's make this mansion a home once again." With Ruth's help, Alexander began reaching out to his estranged relatives, inviting them to return to Willowbrook and reclaim their place in the family legacy. Slowly but surely, the mansion filled with the laughter and love of generations reunited. And as Alexander stood on the front steps of the mansion, surrounded by his family and friends, he couldn't help but smile. For he knew that with Ruth by his side, anything was possible. "I'm back," he whispered to himself, his heart overflowing with gratitude for the town that had welcomed him home. And in that moment, Willowbrook truly felt like home once again.